Well, the summer beach weather may be long gone, but still a tremendous afternoon for football here in Los Angeles, California. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Green Bay Packers and the Los Angeles Rams. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
We go tonight. 180.
Russell run. They're running it.
Wow. DC.
Check 37. Check 37.
Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one's good for 35 yards on the ground and a first down.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for first and 10.
You're not ready. Kill.
Check 26. Check 26.
Now it's Gurley. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. A tale of two extremes. First carry, he went for a bundle. His second goes backward.
And how many times have we seen that happen? Because you get that big carry, and you come back, and you're all fired up, and sometimes you force a run a little bit, right? Trying to break off that big carry again, and instead, it works opposite.
We go. 180. 2 up.
Get your swarm on.
Shell.
Goff turns and gives to Gurley. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave him with still about 8 or 9 to go on third down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Super.
Mike 56.
Hey, watch. Hey, Delta.
56 to Mike. 56 is
Chester.
Throwing on third. Goff. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. Even though they didn't find the end zone, they have to be pretty pleased with how they moved the ball on the ground, because we know that was one of their big goals in this game.
And that really goes through the entire offense, because when you're running the ball effectively, just about everyone's involved. It's not just the guy carrying the football. It's everyone blocking for him, both inside and on the perimeter.
That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told, as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be second and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second.
They go play action. Mariota. He's got the hook up to Lazard.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Play action now. Mariota. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first. Mariota on first down. Out of the backfield, this is Aaron Jones. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Four yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Again, it's Mariota. Dancing to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. On 3rd down, Mariota. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 35. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Packer first down.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in the paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing...
There he goes, right side. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. 25 yards to the house, and the Packers have taken the lead. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away.
The Rams take over.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Two runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Goff. And that's complete to Cooks. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
A gain of 6 yards. It's 4th down.
So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. So the Rams call on Johnny Hecker here to punt it away on 4th down. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This is taken at about the 14. 12 yards on the return that time. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Off the play fake, Mariota. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. A big gain of 28 as the drive continues.
And the key number on that play, 3. 3rd play of the drive, 3rd down, spectacular catch, turns into a 1st down.
1st down saves him from a 3-and-out. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Jalen Ramsey right there in coverage to knock it away.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Throwing again, Mariota on 2nd and 10. And he gets this one to Ridley complete. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Packer 1st down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Watch the screen. Check. Check.
He'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
50 to Mike. 3. Wow. I can't believe they even let you. One. Mike's 50.
Play fake, Mariota. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Aaron Donald in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. The Packers on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Mariota. Flushed out right. He may try and run for this. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation. And Lambeau, he missed it. He missed it left. No good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
We go tonight. 120.
56. It's a party now. It's a party now.
Super 66.
Hey, Foxtrot.
Right there, 56.
Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to tear you up. Don't get nervous.
Here we go, fellas. Here we go.
Goff. He's going to float this one deep right side. 2nd quarter action with 1:59 remaining. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
Coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and
a loose football. And now the Rams have got it going the other way. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. It's a loss of 4 on the 1st down play.
If you're the coaching staff upstairs, you might want to file that play away. Did you see how fast the safety closed on that one? Coming up in run support, made a big-time tackle. You might want to try and check into a pass next time.
Yeah, got him for a loss. Really, really great play defensively. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Goff. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. That goes for a gain of 31.
Well, we spent a lot of time exalting the offensive masterminds in this game, right? They draw up these beautiful plays. They look so perfect up on the board. But occasionally, sometimes you just say, throw it up and let him go get it. How about that play?
The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1.
At the Packers' 5-yard line.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. And he takes it across for a Rams touchdown. Todd Gurley, his 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Rams are going to jump back in front. Extra point safely through. And the lead is now 10-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
The Packers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Got out of the pocket, didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it, live to fight another down.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. On play action, Mariota. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Looking left side, that's complete to Oliver. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Packer first down.
First down, Packers.
Mariota now 12 of 15 throwing the ball. 80% so far, and it's 1st and 10.
I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you. 41's coming.
Final play of the half here. Mariota. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken short. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
The second half starts with a carry by Jones. And he's going to lose yardage here back at the 8. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. On 2nd and 11 now. Mariota. This one caught by Ridley. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. Boy, that's a 5-yard loss. 4th down now.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. On fourth down, they snap it to Mariota. And they're going to try the screen. It's complete. And he's not even going to come close. A big loss in the wrong direction on fourth down.
I don't know why you would do that. It's almost guaranteed points the other way. I mean, I get it if it's a late-game situation, maybe even fourth and inches. But, boy, that's a huge risk to take.
Yeah, now they're set up in prime position going the other way. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. Now that sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
At the 10-yard line.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on second and goal here.
3 down, 3 down.
They go play action with Gurley. Now gone. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. So they come out of the locker room trailing, but plays like that, they won't be trailing much longer. Defense really starting out well this second half.
Yeah, they knew they had to jumpstart things a little bit. They really struggled in the first half trying to slow them down, but now they had a plan, made that adjustment that we always talk about, and it worked very well on that play.
Way back at the 17 now after the loss. It's third and goal.
Mike's 56. Mike's 50.
Hey, Echo.
I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son.
56. Mike, 56. Right there, right there. Coming to you. Coming.
We go.
Just beating the play clock is gone. And this is going to be incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. From the left hash, this from 34. And his kick here is good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. The bottom line, tremendous starting field position, really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal. Please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
The Packers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They'll try and get the running game going with Jones. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. They'll go again to Jones. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Called it no gain there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 13.
Switch it. Come on, switch it.
3rd and long here for Mariota. To Valdez-Scantling over the middle. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Give him 22 yards, and that's also where they snapped it from, the 22. A first down throw for Mariota. He's got the hook up to Lazard. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Play action now. Mariota. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab.
Get ready. To number 89. It's a gain of 20. First down, Green Bay.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 34. And they try to sweep to Jones. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line. Throwing on 2nd and 8, Mariota. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Undercrush.
Throwing, Mariota. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. And no move to get the offense off the field. Despite failing once, they're going to go again here on 4th down. Now Mariota on 4th down. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively, all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. Now Jones. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. On 2nd and goal, Mariota. And this will be incomplete. The safety, Jamal Adams, able to break that one up. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Here's Jones. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The kick by Lambeau is good. So after that 4th down stop, Charles, you said it was almost guaranteed points the other way. Indeed, they do cash in, but only 3.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that. They got the points, but it should have been more. With that type of field position, the setup that they had, I think it was almost a loss for them that they only got 3 instead of pushing across the line for a touchdown.
Well, I think you'd have to say defensively, these guys are doing their job pretty well, right?
Yeah, we talked about them holding them under 20 points, right, on defense, and they've done that. They've held them. The problem is their own offense hasn't answered their challenge, which was to score more.
Yeah, exactly. I remember you saying magic number was right around 20, and the offense has been the issue. You're right.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 24-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Goff now looks to throw. He gets it to Cooks. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards. What a difference a week makes. 5 interceptions in their last game. Here we are, 4th quarter. He's played mistake-free football.
And I'm sure that we can look back on the past week and say, okay, he spent time in the film room and they worked on his mechanics. Sometimes it's just your team believing in you, your coaching staff believing in you, and you relax and play to your potential. And he's doing that in this game.
You got motion man right there. Hey, check 24.
On first down, it's Gurley. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. Adrian Amos up to make the tackle. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
That catch good for 5. It's third down. Okay, so now the question, how did he get that wide open?
Well, we both know that he shouldn't, because from the time they handed out scouting reports before this game, he was circled, starred, everything. Find him, cover him. But sometimes you can scheme a guy open. You put the receivers in a bunch, maybe you move some motion, maybe you put them on the backside of a formation, and all of a sudden you've got a better matchup. Every now and then, the offensive guys, they figure a way to get him open, even with everyone keeping eyes on him.
And that's certainly a guy they want to keep trying to scheme open.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on first and 10. Going to give this time to the tailback. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. Goff going to hand it to Gurley. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. From the gun, here's Goff. Uses the stiff arm. Going to flare this one out to Gurley in the flat. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field.
Back to the workhorse today. It's Gurley. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
You got to get the ball, D. Get the ball right here. Let's go.
They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They're facing a critical third down now as they try to hold on to this lead.
Here we go. 76. 76. 56. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home.
Back to throw. Gone. And that is incomplete.
So it looked like maybe his third or his fourth read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
And his kick is good. And that extends their advantage to 6. It's 16-10. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But you also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Six-man.
One.
Check cross. Watch the safety creep. He's coming.
This is Jones. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. Here's Mariota. And he will find Ridley on the left side. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. So down 6, and they know they need this one on 4th down. Mariota to throw for it on 4th. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And great yardage here all the way deep into Los Angeles territory. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. From the red zone now, Mariota. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. A 4-receiver look here. 3 out to the left, 1 to the right on 2nd and 8. Out of the pistol, the give to Jones. And he is in as they have tied it late here in the final minute of the 4th quarter. Now they can boot it through on the always important extra point, and then their defense has to hold up their end of the bargain.
And there's something that you've pointed out in numerous games that we've worked. Okay, the excitement's going on. Everyone's celebrating over there. Who's calling up the defense to make sure they're focused because they still have some work to do?
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits set.
A crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
They'll try and run some clock now with Jones. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Again, it's Jones. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game.
Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together.
Check 15. Check 15.
On 3rd down, here's Jones. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. On now is the Packers punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. Look at the clock. Everyone knows the situation. Probably time here for one final play.
And we know what that play is going to be. It's got to be some sort of Hail Mary, throwing it towards the end zone and hoping someone can catch it or catch it off of a tip. Think back to 2015. Didn't we see Green Bay pull that off twice in the season? Once in the regular season, once in the playoffs. So strange.